Hi, I'm Paul Barry. Welcome to Media Bites. And ahoy there! Is that a media beat-up I see?
Breaking news right now. The Coral Princess has docked in Sydney this morning.
And guess what is on board?
More than 100 people on board have COVID.
Oh no, out of a total of 2,300. Red alert, says Carl.
The COVID-riddled Coral Princess cruise ship has docked.
Quick, hands on deck. Reporters, down to the dock. Or even better, onto the high seas.
Gabby, the ship is being dubbed the Ruby Princess 2.0. How do you see it?
It certainly is, Carl. This is deja vu of the worst kind.
And Nine was loving the comparison with the deadly COVID cruise ship.
It's being dubbed the Ruby Princess 2.0.
Reminiscent of the Ruby Princess.
The Ruby Princess was long before a vaccine existed and saw a COVID outbreak that killed 28 people and infected 900 others. So, what do the Coral Princess passengers reckon? Are they worried about their safety?
There's stories going around that there's stacks of people on board with COVID. We haven't met any yet.
It's not as bad as people are making out.
There's no sickness on board. We're overfed.
As cruising blogger Hanida Berham told Sunrise,
I think that there's been a bit of a media beat-up for this one.
a media beat-up? Who put her on the telly? But COVID on a cruise ship is more exciting than COVID in aged care, which has killed more than 2,000 people this year, and which currently has 819 outbreaks in facilities across Australia. That is the real story. Now to war with China, and Senator Jim Molan has written a book.
I have written a book about it. I've written a book.
Yes, switch on to Sky and you'll find a Major General telling you again and again.
As I've been saying for a couple of weeks, James, I've written a book.
As you're aware, I've written a book on this.
If only Jim would let us know when it's going to be published.
It'll hit the bookshops in about the 3rd of August.
Right, and what's it called, Jim's daughter asked.
It's called
Danger on our doorstep. Yes.
Nailed it. And 2 weeks later, the Jim and Erin show was back on Sky with an important update.
Dad, great to see you. You've just written a book on this issue.
No, really?
I make that argument very strongly in the book that you mentioned beforehand, Danger on Our Doorstep, that's in the bookshelves on the 3rd of August.
With all those strategic plugs, it's sure to be a bestseller. And that will make the publisher, HarperCollins, also owned by Sky's parent company News Corp, very happy indeed. It really is a family affair. And now to a snag in the news.
Well, big news this morning. The cost of the humble Bunnings snag is going up.
What a shock! And before the sun could rise, reporters were at the scene of the crime.
The cost of living crisis has hit the humble Bunnings snag.
It'll now set you back $3.50 instead of $2.50.
Wow, an extra $1! With news of the price hike, a cost of living crisis that was all over the headlines. And on TV repeat all morning. Which was timely, because it helped swamp the real news about Bunnings, which got a brief mention on 7's 5am bulletin.
Bunnings and Kmart are being investigated by the privacy watchdog for using facial recognition technology in stores. The Information Commissioner will look into what's really being done with the vision and if it breaches the law.
Now, surely that is something worth asking the Bunnings boss about, given you've snagged him for a live interview on Sunrise, right? Wrong.
Tell us what's behind the sausage sizzle price hike.
This is very much about supporting our community groups to do the really important work that they do every day in the local community.
And it was community, not privacy, that got flogged, with the Bunnings boss using the C word 15 times in a 2.5-minute interview. Take it away, Mike!
Overwhelming feedback from community groups. 100% of everything we raise goes straight to community groups. So we really hope that the community gets behind this and continues to support their local community groups. Our team love getting behind the community barbecue.
And the team loves checking customers' faces with that snooping technology. As to why, we don't know, because no one on Sunrise bothered to ask. And we'll be back with Media Watch, 9:15 Monday night at the ABC, also iView social media. Don't miss it.